Just hopping back on real quick. I really be nervous about just doing this. Anyway, just because I be feeling like I already done said too much. I've already taken up too much space. But my spirit is telling me to, so I'm back. Just wanted to say thank you to those who followed along, who bared witness to my suffering, and just sat with me in it. Like, I've really been carrying that for the last year now. Like, when I tell y'all that when I talk about traveling through the dark and triggers being portals, like, I'm just using that language as just a universal, like, spiritual understanding of the process. But to demystify that, what I really mean is that what happens when you get triggered is that your body is reacting to something in the present because it was reminded of something from the past. Again, I'm going to say that again just for myself, because I'm still trying to understand this process as well. But a trigger is your body reacting to the present moment based on a past experience. And so when you are triggered, it ignites, whatever emotion is associated with that event. And when I describe it as a portal, what I'm really meaning is that it takes you back into whatever age you were when that event occurred. So that's what I mean by traveling through a portal, or triggers activating a portal and traveling through it in the dark. It's not this like mystical thing that it sounds like. It's really a bodily, emotional experience. And you are now reacting from whatever self you were. That is who is driving. So y'all happen to meet. I think it had to be 22-year-old Courtney, like the younger version of me, that was more impulsive and out of control of my impulses, like, and more expressive and dramatic. And what else was I? Oh, so how I know this had to be 22-year-old version of me is because the Jezebel came out. She came out full. She was ready to play. And that was my coping strategy and survival strategy too. And what found me in this desperate situation with my son's dad, and being with someone who could be so abusive and controlling. And yeah, like, if you followed along on my stories, you could see me like emphasizing using what I have to get what I want type of thing, like, and emphasizing my looks over anything else. Like, I did the outfit change and was real, like, I initially started the day leaning into my beauty and wanting to be like revealing, and then throughout the day having interactions with people in the world, I realized how I felt exposed and kind of small. staying in that. Yeah. So that's what, then I changed into a different outfit. But anyways, you were meeting the 22-year-old Courtney, whose survival strategy was Jezebel, using what I got to get what I want, and leading me to then, you know, choose men and ignore red flags in people, all in the name of, you know, safety and love and whatever. So yeah, if y'all watched my story, y'all was definitely meeting 22-year-old Courtney, that just had that survival instinct, and then also the mama bear. Like, for those who know me, you know I'm extremely protective over the people that I love, but especially my son. And you know, being a mama bear is one of the most primal instincts that we have as women. And when your cub is taken from you, like, that really, it activated an energy in me last summer that I had no idea lived in me and was possible. And that, I feel like I've been like trying to learn how to tame that part of me this past year. So that definitely came out in the forefront, and was the main driver of the situation, and realizing that really what I wanted was my son. Like, the trigger and what happened wasn't the issue. The, you know, then, you know, wanting to satisfy my needs by finding a man, that definitely wasn't about to solve the problem. Oh, and I was smoking a lot too. Like, I really feel like I might have smoked myself out of, like, I might be done. Because I smoked a lot. And that's definitely a part of younger Courtney's strategy, was to use substances to cope with shit, you know? So, yeah. Anyways, okay. So, just to demystify that process, like, it's not as, happens all the time to people. Every time you scroll on Facebook and they hit you with some rage bait and you get triggered, you are unconsciously going down a fucking portal to whatever part of you that got triggered, you know? And y'all don't even know it. So I'm just trying to demystify it for y'all, give y'all like something concrete to understand your own experiences through mine. So I got that out of me, onto it all year, and kind of not knowing how this was going to end with me and my son's dad, because I had already, you know, knew he was going to be taking advantage of the situation. He was already kind of setting up his moves, you know. That nigga I've been having to learn how to play 5D chess with this man. Like, and I don't even like chess. I don't like having to predict how other people are going to move. It's too unpredictable, nigga. Like, I can't even predict how I'm going to move. So, anyways, what am I saying? Oh, that I knew I like somewhat knew that was probably what was going to happen, or the scenario, that I'm eventually going to have to take this man to court. I just didn't want to fully accept it yet without trying peacefully to handle this first, you know? So yeah, I got it. I got that. I won't say I got that all the energy out of me. Like, it's still going to be an ongoing thing. Like, I still have to come home and not have my son, you know, and sit in an empty house, and you know, I think one of the gifts that I got this past year was So I stayed with my cousin. I was at the point where I was like, I was probably going to be homeless. I had made the decision to move out of the apartment that I had gotten, and moved in with my dad in his little small house, and that just was not working. So anyways, my cousin came around offering for me to stay at his house with him and his wife and 2-year-old son. And they recently have experienced losing their 9-year-old son, Aiden. Buried him 2 years ago. Same age as my son. They look just alike. Like when I went to his funeral, it was like looking at my own son. And so they were able to just hold space for me in the grief that I was feeling, because they had already felt their own, and had to build their peace around something much bigger than this. And so it gave me a place to like just sit with this pain that I'm feeling and metabolize it, you know. And talking with my cousin, he's like, that man is a prophet as well. Like, I'm telling you, he speaks with the tongue of the Lord. He really changed. My heart would have been not my heart after this experience if I hadn't have stayed with my cousin and been stewarded by his guidance and wisdom. But I think what I appreciated out of that experience as well was like, you know, for me, the situation is temporary. Hopefully it's temporary, right? Like, my son is still alive. He's still here. He's just not with me physically, but he's still with me, you know? And so sitting with them and hearing them grieve over the permanent loss of their child, and his wife asking questions like, if I had been more obedient to God, would my child still be here? And just, you know, trying and like knowing like they would give it all up in a heartbeat if it meant they could have their kid back. That's where I'm at right now. Like, you know, I just have to keep going. That's the charge always, is to just keep going anyways, like through the suffering, through the pain of life, and the uncertainty. You still have to wake up and try again, you know. You can't just lay down and die and give up. I mean, you can, I guess that's your choice too, but not really, like, because your spirit wants to live. My spirit wants to live. So today I'm on with the living. I got the feelings out of me. Thank you for anybody who witnessed that. Like, I know it's a lot to take in. I hope it didn't like put you in a tailspin yourself, like, you know. But today I continue allowing God's will to be done through me on earth as it is in heaven. Just wanted to like say there is tomorrow, there is a tomorrow in the grief. Like, I'm not stuck there. I don't stay there. So today I'm back at it again. I've got some work done this morning. And then right now I'm pulling up at Oak Ridge to be with the babies and teach them these emotional skills, this social emotional learning. I actually haven't even thought of what I'm going to do with them yet. I kind of just wing it a little bit. Actually, that was my thought today, was like, you know what, I'm going to just see what the kids need today, because I know what, I didn't know what I needed yesterday, and I just needed, to get it out in different ways. So we'll see, like, what they want to do. But I just wanted to be a living example for y'all of, like, what it looks like to continue to carry out God's will and to live in the suffering and to try to find meaning through it, and march forward. I would love to one day like film these classes, but I have real strong boundaries around recording other people without their permission, and recording kids and putting them on the internet without parents' permission. So I'll have to work on getting permission slips to parents before I like share any content relating to children. I want to protect their privacy, so anyways, because I was gonna share like this process that I go through with the kids, but I want to respect their privacy as well, because they do talk about very personal home life stuff, and it's not to put their parents on blast. It's just for them to express what their experience is in their life, and give them a safe place to like express it and let it out and find a container for it. So hitting the babes, maybe I'll get some wisdom from them. They always got some good stuff, good shit to say. Like, they've been here before, and they haven't gotten the spirit beat out of them yet, conditioned out of them yet, so they still like ask questions and like just follow their natural curiosity, and they'll say the most wildest shit, but anyways, they're a lot of energy. They require a lot. So anyways, thank y'all. I actually plan on hopping back on later, because I do want to synthesize, I think, what that process just was that I shared with y'all. So